Hi, I'm Jenny and I craft for my sanity and also for a brighter future. And today we're going to be sewing on some buttons onto this patchwork dress that I've been working on for a while, but not just any buttons, anti-capitalist buttons. How? Well, let's check it out. So let's get started. I need to thread my needle first, so that could already be disastrous. I'm gonna pick this blue thread just because I have a lot of it. The dress that I'm sewing the buttons onto is this patchwork dress that I've been working on for a long time. I'll show you in a bit more detail. And I've decided to go for a mismatch of vintage buttons, and this is also what makes them anti-capitalist. Let me explain. So hang on, let me thread this first before I get totally distracted. Oh my god, it's going to be so embarrassing now. It's going to take me 10 minutes to thread this. Oh no! Yay. Okay, here we go. Now we can get started. So why are these buttons anti-capitalist? Well, probably they aren't. Obviously, they've been produced and made out of something, probably plastic, most of them. But the reason I want to talk about this today is because I'm inspired by this card, by this quote that says, "How will I be useless to capitalism today?" And I've had this card. It comes from the rest deck that Trisha Hersey created. She is the author of Rest is Resistance and also of the founder of the Nap Ministry on Instagram. You might have seen her. And I just have had this card around for years on my, not on my fridge, but in our kitchen. And I just absolutely love it. And I often think, how can I be useless to capitalism today? And I'm not saying that as somebody who's obviously, you know, outside of the capitalist system. None of us are. Very much in it. Definitely shopaholic tendencies in my past and maybe even present. So I still really like this idea. Like, if there's one small thing I can do every day that steps out of that system, then what can it be? And today I thought it would be really fun to sew on some buttons onto this dress, and I'm using vintage buttons that have been around for literally decades. I got them when I recently visited my parents in Munich, or my family in Munich, and I visited my mum, and we went through her extensive button collection. Trust me, so many buttons. When I thought we'd seen them all, she brought out a whole nother box of buttons. So I brought back just a little selection of my favorites. I have one jar, I have a second jar, I have a whole bag of buttons that I've already collected. So yeah, I have plenty of buttons, but the ones that we'll be sewing on today are all mismatched. I hope you can see them. It's probably yellow on yellow, not so great. Let me try to show you better. Pink on pink, better. So yeah, I have a collection of these fun buttons. I have a yellow flower. I've got this really interesting shaped triangular button. I've got a little green one. I've got a see-through one that has a cool pattern. This awesome pink button, a flower one. I think this one actually I had on a cardigan when I was much younger, and one of them I already sewed on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 8 buttons all together. The yellow one I've already sewed on. And when I decided on the buttons for this dress, I had lots of different options, but in the end I went for random mismatched, which then my brain decided it is crucial to also make all of the buttonholes mismatched colors. So that's what I've done. I sewed them a couple of days ago. So yeah, I have all of the colors and they're mismatched to the buttons. So way too much thought went into this. But ultimately, I think that any kind of crafting, any kind of making is in a way inherently anti-capitalist, because you're creating rather than consuming something. And I mean, I know that these buttons were made and bought at some point, as well as all the fabrics, but this dress was made out of lots of different scraps. It's a patchwork dress that I've made very slowly and painstakingly. I've even French seamed all of the insides. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it is a fun project. There's a good chance that I just dropped my needle. Oh no, there it is. Yay. Simon will be happy to hear that there's not a rogue needle in the bed. So yeah, I thought making is always, there's something inherently non-capitalist about it, because it shows, you know, I could have bought a dress from Amazon. Probably there are a million patchwork style dresses on Amazon that they like fast fashion is producing to look like it's handmade or upcycled, which I hate that. That is not a trend. It is infuriating to me. So I didn't do that. I decided to make something myself, and I think that counts as an anti-capitalist activity for the day, especially because some of these buttons have literally been around for decades. So my mum has had some of these since she was a child, which she's turned 75 this year. And some of them are even from my grandma that were apparently on some of her clothes that she cut off. In the olden days, people would always remove any kind of leftover buttons or zips or any trims and even save the fabric from garments when they were not needed anymore. I always do that as well. I never throw out anything. I mean, I don't throw it out anyway. I always try to recycle it because clothes need to get recycled rather than just ending up in landfill. Whole big topic, of course. Can clothes be recycled and so on? But yeah, I always cut off the buttons and any kind of zips or buckles, even little details like embroidery. I always save those because you never know when you need those. When you just need that perfect button that you happen to have saved 20 years before. It's definitely making me sound like a hoarder, which, okay, that's fine. So I'm currently sewing on this green button. Is it green? It's mint, right? It's a mint colored button. So that's going on at the moment. And then we'll see how far we get today. It's kind of just before the weekend. Oh, I think that's wonky already. I should probably be paying more attention, but anyway. So yeah, this is my anti-capitalist activity for today. What other things could one do? I mean, I would really love to hear what you think counts as an anti-capitalist activity. And again, always within the context that we live in a capitalist world. We're living through the throes of late stage capitalism and that fresh hell. So I know that nothing is really outside of the system, but how far can we push it outside of the system? Maybe that's a good question to ponder. On the back of each card is actually like an instruction or a quote, and it says here, meditate on this quote and consider the small ways you can divest from grind culture today. It will not be easy. Liberation in a culture fueled by disconnection and individualism is never easy. Rest is a resistance because it disrupts the dominant narrative. You can decide to disrupt capitalism every day in small moments and small actions. Rest is your true power. So I love this. I hope that inspires you. I feel like taking a nap is always an act of resistance. I read somewhere sometime, who said it? I can't remember, but it was honestly terrifying. I read that sleep is the last frontier of capitalism because we can't shop while we're asleep. And I'm sure that the big brains of Silicon Valley and Palo Alto are already working on that, finding some solutions to this pressing problem that will allow us to shop in our sleeps. That's a nightmare to be, literally a nightmare, waiting. But yeah, while we're sleeping, while we're resting, we are kind of not partaking in grind culture and consumerism. And yeah, for most of my hobbies, I can get so much stuff secondhand, or you can share it. You know, if you're woodworking or gardening or cooking or knitting, sewing, mending, upcycling, all of it is an act of creativity. So yeah, creation versus consumption, I think, is the kind of rebellious act here. So this button is almost done. It's actually a different type of button. So there are lots of different buttons, if you didn't know. So the classic button has like your 4 holes. Some of them have 2. And then I think what I just used is called a shank button. So you don't have any holes, but it has like the holes on the back. It's the same as this yellow one that I already sewed on that also has this kind of setup. I'm gonna go through one more time to make sure it's secure. I'm a little bit nervous about losing any of these buttons because they're kind of a little bit nostalgic for me and sentimental, but let's face it, there are probably many more where these came from. Sometimes I wonder how many buttons have ever been produced. Can you imagine? There must be like billions, literally billions. If there are so many garments that are being produced every year, like it is tens of billions of garments, I think, every year that get produced, then many of those have buttons. Then all of those buttons, if they're all plastic or metal, they're all still around. Isn't that wild to think about it? I wonder what else one could do with buttons. I mean, let's go on Pinterest. I'm sure there are plenty of ideas there. If you have any ideas, let me know. If you don't know how to sew on a button, it's really, really easy. There's some really cool videos on YouTube that show you. It is a life skill, I would say, to sew on a button. If you can't do it but you want to learn, yeah, go on YouTube, or I can link a really good button sewing on video below, or ask a friend to show you. They are probably going to be thrilled to do that. Yeah, it really is a life skill. Everybody should know. I've seen comments where people are like, wow, I've learned how to sew on a button. I was going to throw away this pair of shorts because the button fell off. And I'm like, no! So yeah, not only are buttons very functional and useful, but also they're very decorative. You know, just by switching out some buttons, you can already change the look of a whole garment. So this was my one button that I've managed to sew on during this little waffle. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you were also sewing on a button while you were watching. I have 6 more to go. It is now Friday afternoon, evening. Maybe I'll take a little rest, or maybe I'll sit in the garden and sew on a few more buttons. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Let me know what anti-capitalist mini action you can take today. How can you be useless to capitalism this fine day or this week? If you have any ideas, please share them. I would love to try some out. And if you're interested, I can share some more videos like this with more useless to capitalism activities. Okay, bye everyone, and happy crafting.
Don't hit the ball then.